Do. Okay. Turn off my sound on my phone. I want to be in Stream Manager, not just in chat. What the heck? 1 minute, Stream Manager. Okay. And now I harass everyone. Send. Copy text. And oh god, I don't know how to send my stream to someone. Oh well. Okay. Nobody's chatting, so I can't tell if this chat is working. Okay. Wait, mark that as no wait. Notification setting. No wait, I want to read that. I just need to remember that I have to read something later. Okay. I don't think anybody is on. Oh, there's 2 viewers. Hello, 2 viewers. I'm Roman. I'm gonna wait for some more people to come in. Hopefully they will. Let's see. Forward this message to that. Send. Okay. This is very different setup than usual. Okay. Only have 1 viewer right now. Trying to hide my hair, so it's somewhat of a reveal when I do it, but yeah. If you're here, chat. Mom, don't talk to me while I'm streaming, please. You can text me. I love you. So yeah, I am in fact at home or in the West, not where I usually live. I am at my parents' house. So very different for sure. And if someone were trying to get verified, they could definitely do so by, I think it has to do with your email, but I don't know for sure. Okay, 4 people. Oh, hi, Sky. Oh, am I in the wrong scene? I don't see this on my... Let me switch. Oh, but I have the audio capture set up in something else. paste. Oh, just kidding. I'm a genius. I figured out fine. Okay. Hi, Sky. Thanks for lurking. Hi, Kip Curb. Hi, Zenji. Okay, now everyone should be able to hear because I fixed it. Um, if you can't hear now, then say I can't hear now. Um, I'm just gonna like reveal my hair. It's not like a huge reveal. Um, it's just the wrong. It's just not what was expected. Very different than before. I think it keeps glitching like bad internet. I don't know why. In theory, this house is supposed to have good internet. Stream is fine on Sky's end. Okay, sound and video is smooth, says Sky. Is that same for you, Kip Curb? See if there's anything in the background I can force quit to make stuff run better. Okay, maybe that'll make things run faster. Okay, so maybe, Zenji, it may or may not be your internet. Okay. Oh, hello everyone. Um, I'll tell the story of my hair in a minute. Let me see if I can get, oh wait, that's not what I'm trying to do. Today I don't have my mic because I'm not at home. So the audio is probably different than usual. Um, yeah, so I'm just looking at who I can bully to show up on this. Um, let's see. Call them out individually. um, wait, and then one more. Okay, actually not one more because the last person I was gonna bully is here. Hello, Orbital. Ta-da! Okay, now I feel like I can tell the story of my hair because you were the one who wanted to hear it the most. Don't bully Sky, she's a doll. I didn't bully Sky. Sky came here of her own volition. She's happy to be here. And is very nice, and I love her. So, thank you. Um, Orbital says my hair is fire. Thank you. Basically, well, you can see in past videos that like my hair was pretty light. And you can see from my profile picture that my hair has been like very light red before. And that's how I like to keep it, kind of like a bright red or a light red, um, or like a ginger. And so I bought a color that is very much gingery. It's a very ginger color. And it said it was medium gold red and it looked ginger. And then I just put it on my whole hair. And then I took it off, and now my hair is darker than it's literally ever been. Like darker than it's darker than it was in like high school or like my whole life. Um, yeah, and then I freaked out, and everyone else in my house was like, "It's fine." Um, yeah. So that's what's up. My bangs are way too long, but yeah, we're in the dark Roman era. This is dark Roman time. my bangs are driving me crazy. I'm gonna cut them when I get back. Yeah. So it's growing on me, the hair, but it is like a jump scare every time I like literally will like look in the mirror and I'm like, "Oh my God." Because it's just like I haven't had dark hair since I was in high school. So it's so different. And I like really don't know what to do. You spelled alluring wrong. Alluring. There's two L's. Then it's alluring. Um, no, I'm gonna keep the bangs. I'm just gonna cut them shorter so that I can see. Because right now, like, my hair is a little oily and I can't see anything when they're like this in my face. Ooh, your hair's burgundy, kitten? That's cool. See, like when my hair is all like this, it like gets all stuck in different ways. But I like a burgundy color. It's not that I don't like the color. It's more just that I wasn't expecting it and I wasn't planning for it. And so, yay, Leo's here. Hi. Um, and so I was just surprised. Yeah, it's just a little bit of a jump scare. Um, so, but we're chill with it. Cool dogs. Oh my God, it's been a minute. Hello. My hair is a different color on accident. Um, Leo says eating the hair color down. Roman, keep it that way. You'll live like how us Asian people see things. With dark hair? What does it mean? Cold Dog says, where you been? Well, I was streaming pretty regularly, and then I got sick, and I'm still sick. Just like a chronic illness I have. Um, and which is super fun. And also why my voice is raspy. But yeah, I was like, I'm not gonna stream for a little bit. I can't really do my date with death streams because I can't do the voices when my throat hurts so much. I you missed the cat eye. I did a cat eye because you said to try makeup, so I did a cat eye. But yeah, and then I've been doing yeah, I've been doing okay. And then now for the why I'm in a different why this I am now on the West Coast. I said that in the last stream that I would be on the West. But yeah, I'm in the West and my mom had a hip replacement and I am the nurse. So, taking time off from work. It's kind of annoying because all of my work is like in-person stuff, so I can't like do any work here. Um, but still worth it. Unless you count this as work. Which I don't really. This is more like fun. I hope. I also don't know how like loud to be because um I don't have my mic because I didn't bring it because that would be weird. Um, so I don't know if like this is a good volume, if you can hear me well, if anything. Um, I like just have my laptop set up on a bunch of computers. Um, and that's what's up. So also Orbital, I still need an explanation for your comment. Just how are you just having a comment on dark hair? Because my hair is not naturally dark brown. Um, but oh well. Also I think I realized that you can do stories on Twitch, maybe? Like Instagram stories, but like on Twitch. And so now I know how to communicate with people when I'm not streaming. Crazy. Her color is fire. Thank you. Thank you. Stroke my ego, everyone. Um, I'm gonna get headshots when I get back, from New York, when I get back to New York in the brows. Well, I actually am. It's funny that you're here today because today this is the first day I'm wearing full face makeup, um, at all, ever in Roman streaming history. Um, because I don't know. LOL, am I allowed to comment on your face? Sure. What are you gonna say about it? Um, yeah, I mean, I'm not wearing that much makeup, but I also don't have that much makeup. So, because if I do wear makeup, it's usually just concealer and mascara, and like probably like a lip thing, a little bit. And but yeah, that's pretty much what I did. I just put concealer on my face, but then I did like two different types of um mascara. I did like up and the bottom part, which I don't usually do when I wear makeup because in real life it like smudges super easy. And then this is new is I did put a little bit of brow stuff on because I used to in high school wear like brow stuff, but I like did it way too dark. But I put a little bit to fill in the parts that are um not cohesive. So yeah, thank you for appreciating my brows. And then I have lip oil on, but I that's just like typical. I should think about this one. Last time I ended up on one of your feeds on my Instagram. Genuinely, I have the memory of not a goldfish, but because goldfish actually have really good memory, but I don't have memory of that. I'm sure I can look back on my Instagram stories. But yeah, if you insult me, I bring all my girls to fight. Um, yeah. I feel like I actually took like a full dose of Adderall today, which usually I take like a half dose. Um, and so I thought I would be like more like awake, but I actually have not gotten used to the jet lag at all, and I am tired. Also, I keep waking up really, really early, which probably doesn't help. Um, oh, kitten's a fish. Um, I do have how like for my stuffed animal today, I have this is Lammy. This is my dog's toy. And I'm going to attempt to get my dog to come sit with me. That was probably hell on your ears. Magpie, Magpie, come up, up, looky, look, up, come on up, come here, come here. All the way up into my lap. Yes, all the way up into my lap. All the way up, all the way up. Can you come all the way up? Come here, all the way up, all the way, baby. Will you look at the camera? Do you just want the ball? Want the ball? You don't want to snuggle? Here, wait a second, Maggie. 1 minute. Don't hit your head. There we go. I have to put the camera down. Let me just. Maggie, don't leave. Don't leave me. Oh, she dropped her ball. Oh no. She wants it. I don't know where it went too far. She's actually not that big. I think it's funny that she's like pretty small for a dog, for a lab, Um, she's like, yeah, Max, get all the way on my lap, please. Um, yeah, she's we just weighed her, so she's 52 pounds, which means I can pick up 52 pounds, which is good news. At least for a little bit. I am holding her entire butt on my lap because she's trying to get it. Yeah, your lammy's here. Your ball fell down there and I can't grab it, baby. I'm so sorry. She's now staring out the window at a man who's out the window. She does not like when people walk by our house. Someone's just putting like, their freaking stuff, their, trash cans away. And I'm gonna attempt to grab the ball real quick. Okay? So just stay on my lap because I'm holding you up. There. There. Now you have the ball. Now you have the ball. Now happy dog. No, she's happy. Yush. Yush. She is a good guard dog. Yes. Um, in that she does not like new people. What are you doing? Your ball. You're crazy. And your ball's right here. What are you doing? Your ball and your lamb are right here. Okay, you can rest your head on the desk, but you can't have anything else on the desk. Um, what are you? She's trying to get like out the window to intimidate the person. She does like jump up and bark when people walk by our house. But also like she likes most people in the house, but she gets a little protective, especially of my mom. But for the most part, she's good. She only tried to bite my grandpa once. But yeah, this is Maggie. Maggie, you good girl? You're just gonna lick my arm? Okay. Maggie, do you want to say hi, chat? Nope, she doesn't. Um, actually surprised she stayed this long and just moved this, and I'm holding her butt. What you doing, baby? Okay, she's getting comfortable here. Okay, and this is how we're gonna sit for the rest of the time. I'll just project. Oh, is this window open? Or is there just air blowing out? I don't know. Um, yes. This is Maggie. I call her Magpie. And she is my little baby. I love all my dogs. I love all the dogs that I walk, but she's my dog. She's my dog, and I love my dog. But yeah, she's just very protective of my mom. Probably no one else. Um, my last dog, if my dad pretended to attack me, or if my sister pretended to attack me, my last dog, she would like start growling and pawing at them. My last dog was very attached to me and my mom. Um, my current dog is very attached to all of us, but definitely my mom, dad, and her own dog walker. She loves her own dog walker more than us. What you licking? She's just investigating this is my dad's office. He's at work. So she's I don't think she's ever been able to do this. She gets to investigate the desk. There's really not much on here other than like my dad's laptops, my sister's laptop, my laptop, um, a desktop. There's a lot of computers on here actually. Um, yeah. Oh, someone honked outside. How dare they, baby? I know. Um, I didn't read anything since I brought my dog in. Yeah, dog. Oh, massive dog. Yeah, she's 52 pounds. She's a rescue, but she's purebred lab. Because we did a DNA test and she just happened to be a lab. And so we call her, so she's a probably too focused on petting the dog. Yeah, pretty much. Um, she's probably a, um, like from a breeding mill. She probably ran away. We think she's the runt because labs are usually bigger and she's really skinny and pretty small. Um, my biceps look wild. which is so funny because I have no arm strength. Um, yeah, okay. You can sit in my lap. Um, she does like sitting in the lap. Usually she prefers different chairs, but she's I didn't think she was gonna stay for more than like a few seconds. I thought I'd lift her up and she would jump down, like she's planning to do now. Or she's just getting more comfortable. Okay, do you want your ball? I'll leave. Look at that. She's getting her toys. Very important. Um, Bye, Maggie. I love you. Yeah, so that's Maggie. Probably came from a breeder mill. I don't know if it will show on camera, but let me see. My legs are covered in dog fur. She sheds like crazy. Okay, she just came in twice just to grab her ball and her lamb. So she did just to get both. She had to get both. Um, she could not do with just one, which is hilarious. She's very protective of her toys. Okay. Oh, I'm tired now. Yes, I'm reading everything now. Too focused, petting dog. Leo's gonna be lurking. By dog, yeah. Yeah, Maggie said she's out of here. Um, yeah. So that's what's up with her. She yeah, so she's probably from a puppy mill where they are a breeding mill where they just breed dogs. She's a very specific type of dog. I would have shown you if she stayed. That her eyes are like really light colored. They're hazel. Or like they're like a yellowish almost. And she like has a pink nose and everything. So she's a special breed called a Dudley Lab. And that is um yeah, very special and usually very expensive. So, yeah, she was found as a stray. We picked her up from a shelter. She's crazy and I love her. That's my dog. Of course I love all my dogs, but this is my dog. But I also love the dogs that I walk too so much. Oh, but yeah, I'm just gonna be constantly messing with my hair. Are we your dogs? No. I love all of you. It's very parasocial. Feel like I'm not a big enough streamer to be that parasocial. So we're gonna run that back. Um, yeah. I'm like checking out my own hair through this. Um, this is fine. It's just dark-haired Roman era. Dark-haired. It's fine. I'm gonna go back to New York, get my headshots done. It's probably more palatable in general for like acting stuff. Um, yeah. Did you want to be my dog? Like, why? What do you mean, are we your dogs? Um, oh, Cold Dog is my dog because Cold Dog is like DAWG. I mean, you're all my DAWG dogs. You're all my dogs like that. But yeah. Anyways, to my life. I haven't talked about my life in a while. I'm gonna attempt to do what I always attempt to do, and that's talk about my day. Um, I woke up. I'm still, even though I've been in the West for 5 days now, I came on Valentine's Day, which I did do on purpose because I hate Valentine's Day. I hate Valentine's Day. Um, Single or cuffed, hate Valentine's Day. Just like a weird holiday. Um, yeah, not a super big fan. And I also when single feels sad, definitely. Because yeah. Well, it's just kind of like everybody posts things. That's why what I hate about like social media is just like everyone posting that they're out doing things and you can't like have like a normal night. Like or like if I had gone and like hung out with a friend that night, then it's like Galentine's or some shit, but like I just don't like it in general. Yeah. So I flew out purposefully on Valentine's Day to miss it. Um, so get off social media. Yeah. I mean, I wasn't on social media at all on Valentine's Day, because I was on a friggin' plane. And then I was like I was here and I was tired and I like passed out. Um, so I wasn't on social media, but then the next day I went on social media and there were still pictures and I was like, what the fuck? Why did these still last? I don't want to know. Um, Especially not when there's exes on my social media. No, I'm kidding. Um, yeah. So it's yeah, just not a fan of Valentine's Day. Um, yeah, maybe it's because I'm bitter. But also I don't know, I've just never liked it. And maybe when I was like a little kid and you got to like go around giving people candy. That's cute. But like I did as a child get asked out on Valentine's Day by another child. That's an important detail. Um, yes. It was in fourth grade. And a boy at daycare by another child. I felt like it was very important to clarify that I meant that I was not asked to wait, I don't know. Anyways, maybe that didn't come off as I thought it would. But yeah, another kid at daycare, I think I feel like, this is like going back into the edges of my memory. I was at daycare, um, oh, maybe I wasn't asked out on Valentine's Day. I think I was asked out the day before Valentine's Day, now that I realize it. Okay. Yeah. So the day before Valentine's Day, I was at daycare, and my daycare was like at our elementary school, just like some, not porta potties. What are they called? Portable rooms? Um, Pods sort of thing that were just in the back of the school. Kind of shady now that I think about it. But I would go there every day. Yeah, no, I didn't mean porta potty. I meant what's the word for it? I don't remember the word. I don't remember the word. Whatever, it's fine. Um, it's gonna bother me all day. I'm gonna look this up. What is the word for portable classroom? Portable classroom? Portables? A portable? These are a bunch of words. A mobile? Mobile? No, maybe it's just a portable. Maybe it was just a portable and I'm just like really in my head. Um, BRB. Okay. Um, yeah, so I went to these portables in the back of my school for daycare every day, before and after. And after school, one day, a boy who was in my classes, I think, I knew him since I was like a little kid. And my parents were always like, that kid's gonna go to prison when he grows up. Um, and I don't remember why. I don't think I think everyone around me was like, I heard this kid is gonna ask you out. And I was like, OMG, I'm in fourth grade. That's exciting. I don't think I really cared very much that it was him specifically. I think it could have been like any guy, any of the kids in my class, unless except for this one kid that I hated. Um, yeah, there were two kids. I did hit a kid with a book once, and then I lied about it and I got off. Um, hated like you liked him? No. I hated one kid because his mother was a bitch. Um, it was like this kid that was just mostly he and I weren't near each other because like he was in the smart kid section and I was in the not as smart kid section because I had undiagnosed ADHD. Um, and then eventually I got anxiety and that made me um put myself in the smart kid section. But his mom once called me like a dirty little rat or something. And I heard her say it and he like agreed and I was like, I don't know. I like that kind of hated. And he just bothered me a lot. And definitely didn't like him. I remember he once we had a teacher that was so strict in first grade. She wouldn't let you go to the bathroom. Um unless you like really needed to and she would get really mad. And so multiple people had accidents in that class. And one of those kids was this kid. And so, okay, I remember one of my friends in high school, who I knew him since I was a kid, but then like didn't wasn't friends for long for that time, became friends in high school. But I remember he peed himself. I think I almost peed myself in that class, and then I was like, I'm gonna pee myself if you don't let me go. And then she let me go. Um, but this kid shit himself and hid his shit behind the bookcase. And somebody was like, Miss Teacher, it smells. And she went and looked and she was like, what the fuck? Who, why, what? And it was, he like fessed up pretty fast. And so, uh, yeah, no, that kid definitely ruled out for life. Once you know something like that about and you experience, you're there, you're in the room, just no. But yeah, and then what's the other kid I didn't like? Oh, the kid that I hit with a book. I didn't really dislike him. I think he kind of would he was like a nice kid most of the time and then would bother me or like say mean things that really got to me. And I like just one time in 5th grade I was pissed and I just hit him with a book. And he got like, you know, when you go like this on your arm and you get like a little white line. He had that like little white line. Um, and he was fine. But like he was so fine. He was totally fine. But he went and tattled on me. He told the teacher, and then we got sent to the principal's office together. And we go and he's like, she hit me with a book. And I was like, I did not hit this boy with a book. I didn't even see him there. I just turned around. Like, I had these books that I was using to prop up the laptop. But, it was like, whoosh. Like, I just turned around and accidentally hit him. And, like, look, he doesn't even have, like, a mark or anything because, you know, these white lines fade really fast. So I was like, and they were just like, okay, both of you, like, just don't fight again. And I was like, got out of that one. Because other than that, I don't think I might have. I remember my friend, the same friend who peed himself. He like works for the district attorney now. I'm not like in contact with him, but it's funny that I'm airing out this business thing. Like he was in first grade. It's fine. He peed himself. He didn't shit himself, so it's fine. Um, but he was always like very smart, very up to date on politics already in like fifth, fourth grade. He was in the smart group, and when I eventually went to smart group, then I kind of became friends with that group of people, and I was like, wow, I feel really out of place. But but I he always called our teacher a fascist. Not our teacher, sorry, our principal, because we had a new principal every year. And she was insane, so I wouldn't be surprised if that was true. Um, but she was insane. So I don't think I was scared of her when I went to the principal's office. I was just scared of like getting in trouble with my dad. like that's always like the I never cared about like I was not afraid of any teachers. I wasn't afraid of like any I definitely I mean I definitely bullied some teachers. Not bullied. I was not kind to some of my teachers in high school. But that's because they were incompetent at their job. And in my opinion, um it was more just like I would not correct them nicely. But I'm gonna finish the other story first because I'm really good at finishing stories, as we all know. Um, I'm also gonna go back and read things. Teachers refusing to let kids slash teens not go to the bathroom is crazy. I agree. I think that it's absolutely wild. And I really hate the whole may I like or the like can I go to the bathroom? Can you? I don't know, can you? Yes, and then pee on the floor. That's what I think should be the response to anybody that's like, can I go to the bathroom? Yeah. Um, but and then they want you to say, may I go to the bathroom? And I'm like, no one in life says, may I go to the bathroom. So what? So like why? Why is that a thing? Like, it's not improper grammar to say, can I go to the bathroom? So I would get so pissed at that shit. Like, what do you mean? What do you mean can I go to the bathroom? Yeah, I can. And I'll be like that kid I was talking about and I'll shit behind your fucking what was it? A bookcase. It was a bookcase. Shit behind your bookcase. Or like that other kid, pee. I think he was oh, I do remember we were taking like these we had to take tests on books, and that was the thing that I always got really high scores on. And he was sitting next to me, and that's why I remember it vividly because he peed next to me. He was like in a chair, and he was like, and I was like, Miss Teacher, this kid, this child is peeing, this child is peeing next to me, and I feel unsafe. Um, I was gonna say I didn't talk with a southern accent, but there actually was a period that I accidentally convinced people in my middle school that I was from the South or that I had family from the South because I would just sort of talk with a little bit of a southern accent, not totally, but like enough that people were like, "Oh, did you move here from the South?" Because I was like somewhat I just would somewhat slip into a southern accent, and I have no idea why to this day. No one in my family is has ever been from the South. The closest is like I had some great grandparents that had an apartment in Florida once. And like I think I have an uncle who had an apartment in Florida. So that's the South I got. But I love doing a Southern accent, as you know from Date with Death, and I love doing um accents in general, I guess. But I really do love doing a southern accent when I'm at work, when I'm at my other job, not my dog walking job, but my job with like people and I have to scan tickets and stuff and I have to deal with people. I talk in a southern accent most of the time because one, it makes me remember that I need to talk, that like that I'm like doing a thing. Um like cuz like sometimes I'm tired and I like zone out and I'm like, oh, yeah, but I need to be saying specific stuff, paying attention, so it keeps me in it and it also helps me like I'll mix up my words, but if I'm doing an accent, I have to think about my words. So, I like doing accents. And I do them a lot. Um, but yeah, Leo, that is a crazy moment for you to come back to when I'm telling the shit himself story. Um, not gonna lie, I just said I'm going to the bathroom and the teacher would just let me. No asking permission. I'm going so I don't piss myself, you like or not, creating a potential biohazard over letting them go to the bathroom. Well, Chile's got it right, apparently. They they do it right. Because I don't know why it's a thing in the US. I don't know why Americans I don't know why it's like part of our it because let me restart. Okay. So our school system is set up by the state, so it's not the same all over the country, except this is like a countrywide phenomenon. Like I know so many people that this is how it is, that all of them were like, yeah, like what do you mean? Of course. We all got told them like, can you go to the bathroom? I don't know, can you? Or like, you should have gone during lunchtime. Such a weird thing. Um, anyways, back to Valentine's Day. Um, yeah, so other than the kid I hit with a book and the kid that shit himself, um, I probably would have been like, okay, sure, to anyone. Um, More than a Chile thing is more of me being autistic and not understanding low-key useless norms, Lamau. I like sort of felt the same way of like I didn't understand those things, but then I would just like I would get angry in response. And I would like I would like yell in response to things and be more like and say things like I will pee right here, or be like respond to I don't know, can you with I can and I'm going to pee right here, or just I can and then leaving the room. Um but I think that became more of like a more aggressive personality trait as I got older, and then I have simmered down more. I think, I hope I've matured. Um But yeah, so I don't remember like it was just like this kid was like, yeah, my parents were like that kid's gonna go to jail when he's older. So maybe there was like, oh, he's the bad boy. But I do remember I had like a crush on like 10 boys when I was in elementary school. I was like that kid's kind of cute. I'm in love with him. Um and then like because you're a kid, you're like my prince, only men. And so it was very much like, okay, I was in love with 10 Men. I remember I got married in preschool, and the kid I got married to in preschool, like once we got to elementary school, he stopped being friends with me because, like, I don't know, it was like, you can't be friends with girls, but then it was also because I wasn't in the smart group, I think. Because he became friends with the girls in the smart group. I don't know. I'm still petty about that. My ex-husband from preschool. Um and then I ended up going to high school with him, which was like I we just didn't talk to each other until like the last few days of school. And I think maybe I might have been like, "Do you remember getting married in preschool?" I might not have said that. I hope I did. I should have. But his mom was really nice. Yeah, we got married in preschool. Even though I think I actually had a big crush on his friend I was in love with a lot of guys. It was singles inferno up in there. Um, yeah, like Minnie Grace had tons of crushes, which is so funny because I have like very little crushes nowadays. I like my best friend, he gets so excited whenever I have a crush. If I ever am like I think I had texted him, or no, I think he and I had gone out to a bar and there had been like a guy that was interested in me. And I was like, okay. And then like, yeah, it was like cute and things. And so then my friend, he like what we called the next day and I was like, he didn't text me, which I was okay. This is I'm gonna sound like a bitch, and that's fine. Um, but I'm gonna be real about this. I'm not used to slash never had to. I don't think I've ever had to reach out first to a guy. And so I was like a little peeved when he did not respond, or he did not send a message or anything for a couple days, and but like my best friend was so happy when he got when I was like, "Oh yeah, I could be interested in this dude. I could vibe with this dude. Would because I'm so annoying about dating. I I said this to my mom, and I've said this to a lot of people that I'm like a cat that I very much not in I feel like maybe in friendships, I'm more like a dog, but then in or maybe, I don't know. I'm a dog cat and I don't like labels. Uh, but no, like when I just mean that I'm a cat and like I very much want attention when I want attention and I don't want attention when I don't want attention. And I will like claw you. And I've been watching, okay, this is important. I've been watching Singles Inferno. I hope all of you have too. I've been watching Singles Inferno since like day one. I'm not Everyone's hopping on the bandwagon of season 5. No one tells me what happens at the end. Um no one tell me what happens at the end because I waited to watch it with my mom because we've watched some seasons together. So we're only on the 4th episode. But I heard there was lots of drama, but I've been trying to stay away from it. But like, oh my God, what was my point with this? I'm just gonna talk about Singles Inferno now. But I remember. Um, it's one of the only dating shows I like. I don't like watching dating shows. But like even my sister came in and watched part of it and was like, "Oh wow," because there's something to like dating shows in different countries. I think that's why like what's it called? Love Island Australia is like very popular, I think, because American dating shows and American reality television is so played up for the camera, whereas like other countries are too, but not in such a degree of like everything is scripted in American reality television. Um, which I would love to go on I would it's like acting. I would totally go. I want to go on a dating show and I just want to be a troll for everyone. Like I want to troll everyone. That's my goal. I'm gonna get on Love Island USA and I'm gonna troll everyone. Or like what's that one where there's a bunch of sex addicts? Um and then like I only know about these dating shows because I watch a YouTuber who reacts to them. Dylan is in trouble. And he is always reacting to dating shows. And the name of that one is some Too Hot to Handle. So Too Hot to Handle is like so I've only seen it through this guy watching it, and I guess they're like all sex addicts or something. I would assume because it's like if you don't have sex, you keep all the money you have, or if you don't kiss or anything, you keep all the money you have, and they put you in like somewhat like sexy situations, but but like my mind cannot get past that of like you can all split like all this money, or you like can't. I don't know. So I want to go on one of those shows, pretend I'm like a crazy, or pretend I'm an info and like go in and then just win the show. I just want to lie, always. No. But basically, back to Singles Inferno. Um, it's really good because it's like drama is it's much more realistic generally. Um, but it is like a different country. Because that's in Korea. And I was watching with my mom, and I've been saying this a lot, that I watch Singles Inferno like it's a sport, because I'll be watching the show and like someone will do something stupid and I'll be like, "What are you doing? You just fumbled the ball." Like, I that's how I like sports fans. I do love sports. And I am like that with like basketball or soccer, but like football, I guess I'm imagining football fans. Football fans are like so much like oh my God, why did you do this? And like that's how I am with Singles Inferno. It drives my mom's crazy because I press pause constantly every 5 seconds and I'm like, well, this is what they should have done. I do love about the new season is there was like a photo thing. Um they did like a photo thing, and I grew up watching I loved Project Runway, and I wanted to be a model at some point, and then I was like, oh, I'm not the size for a model because I I have, some I I'm not I'm just not really the body type for a model, which is fine. and I definitely wasn't when I was younger. But I grew up watching America's Next Top Model, and I really wanted to be on that show so badly. They would now I watch it back and I see like Tyra Banks calling people fat, and I was like, oh, she would be calling me so fat. um, but like but I love the posing element of it. And I love also from a photographer's perspective, I love doing photography. So I was like watching it and I was like, what are you doing with your neck? Like you need to be extending your neck and he needs to like put his hand there. And so like I was watching it and I was getting so excited and that was so much more fun than like usually they do sports in it where it's like they all have to play, I don't know, like volleyball or dodgeball and I'm like, okay, I'm just like watching. But like this one I was like so into it. Yeah. As Leo says, my white sport man energy comes out for Singles Inferno. For other people's dating lives. But the reason why I brought this up is because a behavior that I really, really hate is there was like a guy, and what did he say? A lot of the guys on the show are like just massive simps, but like not really, but like sort of. They say they are. Um, but it's also a dating show. But they're like, "You're my girl." Oh, one girl was like said so a guy was like, "What's your dating style?" And she was like, "Oh, my dating style is I have to see him every day. Like I want to see him every day and I want to like be there always and all that." And I was like, "Ooh." Like, if I heard that from like, if I was on a dating program and someone or if I was on a date, if I was talking to anyone and they said that, I'd be like, "I'm out. I'm out. I'm out. Goodbye. Thank you. Great time." If someone wants to see me every day of the week, they can show up to me in between work or after work, but they can bring me stuff or whatever, but I'm not doing shit. I'm not gonna try and see you every day. That's so much. Oof. I don't like clingy. I don't like I don't like that's too much. I'm still a person. I don't need to have like our lives don't need to be this. It's like that thing where people are like, it's not 50-50, it's 100-100, which I think all these phrases are like stupid and you can interpret them either way. Like anyway, but the idea of like you're all yourself and they're all their self and together you make 200% mathematically stupid. But in general, like like I get the idea. You could also still use the 50-50 as well. But I agree that it's like you're not having two people to make one person. Um, but yeah, I definitely don't want to be bombarded by like I will not I do text back as soon as if I see a text right away, I will respond to the text right away. Um, usually. If I get a lot of texts, sometimes I'm like that's too much. Like if I have a lot of text, a lot of times on Instagram, I'll have a lot of messages and I'll be like, "Oh, I have 10 messages, unread messages on Instagram. I'm not gonna open Instagram. I'm not even gonna look at any of them because I feel stressed out." So not good for that. Um, like just very cat energy. Um, and that's kind of why I say I say the cat thing. And then but then yeah, more dog for like life. Um, back to what I was saying before, because I'm reading some of the chat and seeing that there are earlier responses. How often do you even have a crush? Maybe once a year? Define crush. Um, because I mean, as of lately, maybe once or twice a year of like no, a non-celebrity crush. Um, of if a crush is like, oh, I would date with this person. Then yeah, maybe like once or twice a year. Um, but like when I was younger, it was like every day new crush. As a 10-year-old, I was like, I'm in love with 30 men, start a harem. Um, I still want a harem. Reverse harem. My favorite trope. No. That would be insane. I would have to manage so many people. I don't want to manage one person. I don't want to deal with one. I do want to deal with one person, but I also don't. Like, oof, God, people. Um, which is funny because I am an extrovert, but I hate people. Uh, like it's just wild. Um, Okay, I think that's a celebratory event. Yeah, yeah, when I have a crush, it is kind of a celebratory event, which is why my best friend is like that. Cat dog era. Cool Dog said cats are psycho. Very on brand for your name. Cats are kind of psycho, and I love that about them. I'm a dog girl, obviously, but I love cats and I love all animals. Like genuinely all animals. I really love snakes. Don't get me started on snakes. My most recent crush was just not just because there were other reasons, but one thing I was excited about was that he liked snakes, and I was like, and we were talking about snakes, and so I got really excited. So, but there were also other factors that just was like a nice yeah snake. I love snakes. Um, Let me see. Okay, so Leo, there's a whole comments going on. Leo said, I'm Arrow Ace and dated someone who was very clingy and it irked me out. I'm guess irked or icked, but both. I think both. Icked me out so bad, like my bad, but I cannot. Dated them before I know. Yeah, no, I agree. If that happened to me, I would be like those people that want you to always be texting. Um, like I know someone who was dating someone very toxic and horrible. Um, who was like, I want you to be texting me even while you're hanging out with your friends. And this friend of mine is someone who doesn't like look at their phone when they're hanging out with someone, and I'm kind of the same way. Like if I'm hanging out with someone, I'm not paying attention to my phone. Um, unless like there's like a weird like they have to go pick something up and I see I have like 20 texts or something. But generally I that's not I don't really like to look at my phone when I'm doing something. Um so not don't like texting a ton. I have a very specific texting style that me and my best friend do. Me and my ex did. Um but like just in general a lot of this is like my preferred way to text is like weirdly have like these giant chunks of text, but they're all separate messages and replying to all of them, and we reply from an hour to a day. And that's how I think everyone should text each other. Unless it's like an immediate text, like, "Oh my God, this is happening." Or like my best friend, so I always say I have a best friend on the west and a best friend on the east. So the one from college is the guy, and the one on the West is the girl, and she and I just randomly text sporadically, and then we'll text. I just don't like sitting down and being like, oh yeah, okay, I have to sit here and now text this person. I want to do other things and be like, oh, they respond. So yeah, I don't like texting. Orbital freaked out that Liu dates. And Liu went, Lamau, it was years ago, been single for like plus 4 years by choice. You are very young, Liu. I know your age. Um, and I agree. As a child, basically, you're not that much younger than me. Yeah, you're a couple years younger than me, but you're basically a child. Anybody younger than me is a child, and as a child, you shouldn't be dating. Um, so yes, focus on your studies. Unless it's like a really cute romance that should be like made into a film. I love those. I love watching those. I feel weird about watching them now because when I was in high school and like or in college, watching those like high school, college romances. I loved those. I loved the like first love, watching that. I love that. Um, but now, I mean, I'm only 23, but I'm out of college and I'm far from high school, 5 years from high school-ish. And so now I'm like I was like watching like one of those first love movies. It ended sad and that was upsetting. I usually look up the ending just to I look up the ending just to be like, is this happy ending, sad ending? Because if it's sad, I get really sad and I cry so much. But no, yeah, they like oh yeah, that was a really sad movie. Um, but I was watching the romance of like teenagers and I was like, I mean, I know that the actors aren't teenagers, but I was like, oh, is it like weird that I now like that I still like these? Like this is what I've always watched. Should I now watch like old people thing? No. What is being 23 and up? Um, yeah. So Cold Dogs did define crush. The only person who responded to that. Crush equals smitten, you like them a lot, wanting more. Okay, yeah. So that happens like once to twice a year, maybe. Sometimes more often. It's possible. But yeah, mostly I would say one, maybe two times a year is like 0 to 2 times a year actually is my track record of like the last 7 years, 6 years. Um, I am not easily, I don't like get smitten very often. Um, which has been a problem because then people like me and then I feel bad and then sometimes I just did them and I thought that I could like make myself like them and then that turned out bad and then yeah, that's been this thing before. Yeah. So don't do that. Leo specifically telling you that as my younger, the only person I know for sure is younger than me. Okay, I've caught up on chat. What was the story I was telling? I didn't finish like so many stories. Oh yeah, my best friend gets really excited. My best friend on the east gets really excited whenever I have a crush. Like too excited, I feel like. Um, and let me know if you can hear my mom on the phone in the background because she may or may not be giving out private information. I will try to talk over it the entire time. I'm not gonna give a pause. Um, because I don't want, just in case, just in case, just in case. Okay, Leo can't hear it. Okay, cool. She's off the phone. Um, it's way too common for people to date someone even if they don't like them just to give them a chance. Yeah, yeah. It's just because like what do you do when someone likes you? Like 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 for instance, if someone imagine this. Somebody tried to kiss you and you laughed in their face because you just weren't expecting it and you weren't attracted to them. But then you feel bad, so you kiss them back. That's bad. But, like, a really awkward situation, like, you just want to make them feel better. Not about me. This is about my friend. This is hypothetical, actually. Not me. I would never. Um, anyways, but yeah, I feel like it's really hard when you're put in a situation. Feel like it's just leading them on. Yeah, I I don't know about that because I feel like, well, here's the thing. Here's the thing. For my situations, um, I had been vocal to one of the this situation. I had been vocal that I was not interested in them like that. to start with and that I was still getting over someone else. They knew that to start with. And they were like, that's fine. And I was like, okay, like, I guess. Then, like, I guess, sure. Let's the if you're fine with that, I'm willing to try. And he was like, yeah, I just want a chance. And I was like, okay. And then like after a week, um, it was more than that. After a little while, I was like, this is just no, like I'm not, no, this is not working. Um, and but just in general, I don't think it's like leading them on if someone likes you and you give them a chance because and if you genuinely think like maybe you could possibly develop feelings. Maybe that's just because that's my perspective as someone who's the one giving people chances usually. Um like I usually think of it as like okay, well maybe they like someone's asking me to try and I just want to help and I want everyone to be happy all the time. So what can I do to make everyone happy all the time? And then that ends up terribly. Ends up terribly. Don't do it. Um but yeah, I think from the other perspective, it is kind of like leading them on because people will always have in their head that, you know, it could end up like you could change your mind when in actuality, like you don't even know it, but you're not going to. Um, Interesting. Don't know what that means. I think since I'm arrow ace, I'm just set that I'll never like them back, Lamau. I always assume I'll never like them back. Um, I'm very straightforward. If you haven't noticed, I just say anything. Um, so like I think I'm pretty straightforward, but I guess what I've learned is that no matter unless you are like if you give someone a chance when you're not interested and you think that it could be like you can't. You probably can't. Don't try it. Unless they're like very removed from you, not in your friend group, not one of like someone not someone you're gonna run into. Oh, but anyways, yeah, so I was pissed off that the guy that I had a crush on or not pissed off, but I was unused to the fact that the guy I had the like I had met like a night before and been like, oh, okay, crush, um, like made or didn't message me, and then I had to message him, and then it was very much like not. He was just like it was. I didn't give like I didn't give it a like specific time, and he was like yeah, I'll let you know when I'm free. And I was like, that's a no. That's a no. I think like that's a pretty obvious no. Because if someone likes you, they would probably be like, yeah, I'll make time in my schedule or some shit. I don't know. I think they would make time. So that's a no. So that's over. So there goes my crush for the year. Damn, out of the way already. Um, what I well, I guess I could have up to two. So there's a possibility of one other. Um, Unlikely. But up to two? I can't tell if you harlot. I know I'm such a whore. Up to two crushes. Um, Crush quota fulfilled. I agree. I know how like as a woman I should really be saving myself for one man only. Um, and he should be my one of my cousins or some shit. Um, I don't even know what I'm saying. Um, we must fulfill the bloodline. But as a man, I should be saving myself for one man only as well. I fear your wife might not like that. That's hilarious. Um, but yeah, like two people a year, I would think, is the most. If I mean, I would love it would be lovely. I think having a crush is very fun. So it would be lovely if it was more than that. Um, but it's unlikely. So that's what's up. But okay, going back before that. See, it's not that I'm not finishing stories. I am eventually finishing stories. I'm just doing them sequentially. Okay? So then next would happen next be that what happened next? Oh, Singles Inferno we already covered. So then I'm going back in my mind. I think we're back to elementary school. So, Valentine's Day, which has been a minute since I've talked about. I oh yeah, so this whole thing about crushes started because I was talking about Valentine's Day, and then I was talking about elementary school kids shitting themselves. Um, but I yeah, I was at daycare. I remember hiding behind bushes. I don't know why. I feel like we played vampire a lot. I very much wanted to be a vampire growing up. I have pretty sharp he I don't know how to show this, but I have sharp canines. Um, and I didn't really have dark hair when I was a kid, but I have dark hair now, and especially now because I accidentally dyed it dark, which is fine, and I'm not it's fine, it's fine. It's just I'm back in vampire era. I'm a vampire again, guys. But do you see what I mean? Like earlier with the when it was lighter out, you could see the red more, but now it like looks very dark, I think. And that's why I'm like so startled by it. But anyways, um so when we were playing vampires or playing mermaids. Those were my favorite. Even out of the pool I played mermaids, okay? Um and so I sat and I was with like two of my friends and we were behind this bush and I think someone was like, I don't know how they got this information. But one of the girls was like, I think, I was gonna give the kid a different name and then I realized it was the name of somebody else who likes me. Um, and so I'm like, um, Joe. There we go. So this boy, Joe, they were like, so my friend was like, Joe, I think Joe likes you. And I was like, oh my God, I like him. And I do remember, I still remember this to this day. The, no, I specifically didn't dox the other person. I came up with a different name completely. I was just the only thing the same as the J. Um, I did not dox the other person. I gave them a random name of Joe. Um, but Joe. Um, so my friend is like, Joe likes you. Um, LOL, okay, no one in this room than Kevin's. Yeah, not not gonna talk about it. I mean, raise your hand if you have a crush on me, I guess, but LOL. I hate when I say LOL aloud. Um, but I think that I sorry, I'm getting derailed. So I should if only I could stream during the day when I'm like awake. The counter of not doxing people yourself still going strong. I feel targeted. I'm just doing my best. Uh, yeah, it's fine. It's not like I told you, well, I don't think, did I say his name? I might have. It's possible. I'm sticking with Joe. Okay, so someone tells me Joe likes me and is gonna ask me out, and I do remember as a child being like, oh, today I did decide that I was gonna like Joe today. Um, and it just happened to be a coincidence because it was kind of like I would as a child I would decide each day. I'd be like, "Hmm, that kid's pretty cute." Um, which is just wild. And hilarious. Like I love that. I wish I was still like that. But so it just happened to line up. It was a good day for him. And I was a kid. I was in 4th grade, so I was like 8 or 9. Um, and so they were like, "He's gonna ask you out." And I was like, "Cool. That's great." No, I was really anxious. Even as a child, I was stressing. And I remember we were playing like this game and we were playing with the boys, which usually at daycare, the boys and the girls separated. Um, but like we were playing this game of like throw this ball at a wall. There was like this big wall outside that you would like throw the ball and the next person would have to catch it. Um, or like and you'd like try and throw them in like weird spots and like if you caught it, someone else would be out. I don't remember. I don't remember the game that much. But I remember there was something of like he was like, "Oh, you can go in front of me," or something. I don't remember if this is before or after he asked me out, but I just remember that being like, "Oh my God, that's the bar for chivalry." For like when you're in 4th grade. Um, and I don't remember how he asked me out. I think he yelled it from the top of the playground. I think no, I think we were playing this game and then he like was over with his friends and then like yelled it over and I was like, "Okay." And then he and I alone went to the top of the playground and we talked about the dates we were gonna do and stuff. And I was like so anxious this whole time. And I um and then he gets picked up at like pretty early and I was always one of the kids who was picked up pretty late because my parents their work was not close. So so he was gone, and because it was the day before Valentine's Day, we were making Valentine's Day crafts in the portables. Um, and so like I remember I like made a little heart card and said like, "Dear Joe," I don't know, something cringy probably. I probably was like I love you or something. I don't know. But I remember making the heart and then being like, this is so cringy. I even as a child, I was like, I hate this so much, and I felt such immense anxiety. Like it was insane how anxious I felt as a child. And so I went home and like when I got picked up, and I think I told my mom that night, I was like, yeah, I've got a boyfriend, it's this kid. And my mom was like, I think that kid's gonna go to jail. No, shouldn't say that. But I remember like putting the note under my bed because I was really anxious about like just dating him. I don't know why I was so anxious. Like I mean, I was always like a pretty anxious kid, but like I don't know why I was so anxious about dating as a child. Um because like it wasn't that big a deal, but I think like it was like a really big thing in my head. Um so like I was kind of freaking out. And like the next day it was like even more awkward because daycare is one thing. The daycare kids are from all different grades, all different classes. But like going into our class that we had together the next day and being like, "Yeah, I'm dating this," and like telling all my friends from there was like awkward. I think. I don't remember. And I do remember that that day I had woken up and decided I think I liked someone else. No. I mean vaguely yes, because I think one other kid gave me a Valentine's Day and I was like not the kid I was dating. Um so I was like, "Oh my God. Life is crazy." And I liked that kid more. I can't think of a good placeholder name. I'll call him Carlos. Um, and I was like, "But I'm dating, I'm dating Joe." And yeah, he gave me like, oh wait, no, I don't think I gave him a heart card. I think he gave me a heart card that said "I love you." I just watched my sister walk out the door. Um, because I can see from this window of this office. But I hope she fed the dog. But yeah, so basically I was like freaking out. I get this like heart freaking note, and yeah, yeah, I got a little heart note. Um said like I love you. Gross. And I just remember being anxious that whole time. And I think that was the last day of the week. I think it was on a Friday. And then it was spring break or uh, winter break, like ski week. That's what we called it. Um, which I think is happening now. This is like ski week for elementary schoolers in where where I'm from. And so I just remember hiding that note under my bed and feeling like so grossed out and cringed by it. I was like, "Oh my God, a heart letter. This is weird. I don't like dating him." And then you're a kid, so you can't contact each other. Or maybe I guess kids now can, but like I didn't have an iPhone. He didn't have an iPhone. We didn't have any way of contacting each other, except through our parents. And so I had this is a the I that was the time I've been to Hawaii. As I went to Hawaii for the ski week and I was gone for a week. So this whole time I was dating this kid, I didn't see him. We weren't in school. Um, and then I remember, and this is what I'm not religious, but this is the only time this has ever worked. No, that's not true. But like in general, when I was a kid, I believed in God. Um, and and because that was kind of just how it was. Um, and I remember praying the day before school ended. I wasn't raised like very religious, just in to believe in God. And so I remember praying that he would break up with me. I prayed the night before school. I was like, God, please let him break up with me because I really don't enjoy being anxious all the time about dating, and um and I also don't want to hurt his feelings, which became the hallmark for my life of dating. I don't want to hear or just my life in general. I don't want to hurt anyone's feelings. Um and so yeah, and then the best thing happened the next day. I go to school. My friends come running up to me. They're running up there and I'm like, "Oh my God, hey guys, what's up? I'm so anxious." And they're like, "Roman, you're like not gonna believe this, but Joe, we heard that Joe's gonna break up with you." And I shit you not, I do remember being so happy that they thought something was wrong with me. They were like, "We came to comfort you because we thought you were gonna cry." And I was like, "This is exactly what I wanted. I am so happy. This is great." And it's not the only time I've wanted someone to break up with me and waited for them, and it has happened. So it's weird that it's happened twice. But yeah, weird that it happened twice, but hilarious that there have been two times at one when I was young and one when I was adult that I was like, God, God, I really hope this person would break up with me. Because I just didn't want to do it. Or slash they were dodging me and so I was trying to break up with them and they were hiding. Um as they should. No, I'm kidding. Um but yeah. So he like came up to me. I don't remember what he said. I think he was like nice-ish in his thing. He broke up to me with me and I was like, "Oh no, that sucks." And then I think like the next year in school, he started spreading rumors that that I that he only dated me as a dare, and I was like, okay. I think maybe my pride was hurt as a kid, but I don't really, probably not that much. He was also like he like what the next year he was like, I hate Obama because my parents hate Obama, and I was like, okay, so I'm very glad that you're not my boyfriend, even though I'm only 10 years old. Uh, and I do think I think his brother went to prison, not prison, or got had to go to jail for a little while. Maybe not got arrested. That's the word I'm trying to think of. So parents kind of predicted that. Genuine bad boy. Yeah. So I was like, dodge that bullet. Yeah, wild. That's the Valentine's Day dating awkward. Um, yeah, my prayers were heard. Yeah, you pretending to give a fuck about him breaking up with you. Yeah. Um, wow, that was so long ago. That's in my youth, many ages ago. Um, back many moons ago. I'm actually trying to calculate the math in my head. That's why I keep looking around. Um, third, 15 years ago ish. 15 years ago. Oh my God. That's wild. Um, yeah. So that was that. Um, I don't know how I got on that subject, but I was talking about how my day was. So I'm gonna go back to that. Um, and all of this got started because I was just starting about the beginning. I was just starting to talk about the beginning of my day today, that I wake up really early. Um, because I'm kind of trying to keep the jet lag because I don't want to go back and because when you go east to west it's like nice, but west to east then you need to wake up early and you can't. And so I'm trying to maintain waking up early here. Um, which is working, but yeah, that all started because I was trying to talk about that, and I was saying that I flew in on Valentine's Day, and then that was my Valentine's Day story, fourth grade. So chewing that. Yeah, so my day today, I woke up real early. My dog's been sleeping in my room mostly, but last night she slept in my sister's room, which is fine, and I'm not sad. But I do miss her jumping on my bed in the middle of the night and suffocating me because she just lies on top of me. Um, but I woke up early and then I'm like playing nurse slash servant to my mother. There's like we've been joking that she's like the queen and I'm like her lady's maid because I help her get dressed and all that stuff, which is cool. Um, yeah, and then I just kind of get the pills already, breakfast already for her, and then for myself. Um, yeah, very very boring stuff. My day is very boring. We watched Singles Inferno. Great, always screaming at the screen. Um, I walked my dog. It was sunny out, which is nice because it's been raining here and it's been cold here, which is really annoying since I came from the cold. Um, anything else interesting? I took my Adderall and then I was like, let's go do things. And my sister was like, I'm working. No. And my mom can't because, hip surgery. So, but yeah, so did I do anything else interesting? I am someone is working on making emotes. So for subscribers. So I'm gonna I asked Starry, if anybody remembers, if anybody knows Starry. Starry is gonna be making emotes. which is nice. I also messaged some people because I've been feeling like a bit down about streaming, which I think Cool Dogs is gone now, but I was um the other reason other than me not feeling well that I haven't been streaming is just because, my numbers are pretty low and um like I feel like I got to affiliate so fast and then like now I'm like have plateaued or dipped even that it's sad, hard, difficult, hard to find the motivation to want to keep doing it. Um that like yeah, so that's been a little difficult, but I talked to some lovely people like Sky, who was here earlier, who everyone should go follow, um, and some other people in the channel, but like, apparently just like consistency is key. And so I'm gonna be working on having a more consistent schedule, trying to. It's hard because my work schedule isn't consistent. But I'm gonna try having my schedule posted on my Twitch like like all for the month basically so that I'll have more consistency. People will know to like check it out and like maybe that will help get more people to watch. I don't really know what else um would help. Cold Dogs once suggested makeup. I'm wearing makeup and it's not working, guys. No. I Yeah, I don't know what else would help. Trying new games, maybe. Right now on my computer I only have Date with Death and Stardew, but again, like I want to do Baldur's Gate, but like it's hard to do games with my computer, so we have to do kind of like story games like Date with Death. And I enjoy doing Date with Death, but it's like a small game, so it's not gonna get more viewers. Like playing popular games usually gets you more viewers. But maybe like I know Date Everything was very popular, so maybe I'll try and buy that or like look for other popular story games that lean into my forte. Um yeah, to try and work on that. I think I also yeah, I think I agree. I think Baldur's Gate is too demanding for my laptop while streaming. It's gonna be Subnautica Part 2. Ooh. Um so I'm gonna play that by myself. But I think like I said, I'm getting Starry to do emotes, so that's good. That's something new. I'm gonna try and make the trailer for the channel. I'm gonna do that. I'll just do that after this. I'll just be like, "Hi, I'm Roman. Welcome to the Roman Empire. This shit's crazy. I talk and sometimes I game. No one knows what will come out of my mouth except for me, and I don't know either." And I'm gonna do it exactly like that. Clip that. Oh, I think I have to like go through. I'm thinking I'm gonna go through my old streams. I found out that actually when it says your streams stay for a month, it means the month of. So all my January streams are gone to the ether, which I feel really sad about. Because I thought it was like a month from when you started, because I think maybe it's been a month now. But I was like, "Oh, they're all gone." So, I want to go through them and clip them and then like, I don't know, make a YouTube channel and put the clips on there. See how hard that is. Hopefully that's not very difficult. Um, yeah, doing stuff like that, to get more people to be I don't know, to try more because I don't want to like stop. I don't want to give it up. Um, but like obviously if no one's watching, then I don't want to. Streaming just for funsies, not for lifestyle. Yeah, but I'm also very much a success-oriented person. So like I want to be good at what I do, and I also would love if I could like you know, meet have more people and meet more, like I love you guys, but like it would be cool to be like people I don't know more. Um and that sort of thing. And then have like, people that want to like be my oh my god, wait, what? Um oh my god, I'm speaking of new people. Sorry. First time chatter, VW Golf 2004. I don't know what that means. What color was your hair supposed to be? Well, I guess you don't really know. You might not know my hair lore, but my hair has been lots of colors, but bright red is typically it, like in my profile picture. Um, and then lately it's been ginger. And I was trying to refresh my ginger highlights, and on the box it showed a ginger color, and then I dyed my hair, and it's the darkest my hair has ever been. Um, since like high school. Probably because I've been dyeing my hair that long. So, yeah, that's I'm so excited that a new person asked a question. This is so funny. Um, but yeah, so it's like now that I don't, yeah, that doesn't look like why was that flagged by a bot? Yeah, that doesn't look like ginger to me. Yeah, my ginger's gone. Ginger is out of the picture, which is kind of sad because, I was thinking I was gonna be ginger and that was gonna be kind of I was gonna stick with ginger for a while. But it's actually a lot of work. So having the darker color works well for me. I can do less, and I'm gonna be able to, like I'd mentioned earlier, this is probably better for auditions, because I'm gonna get headshots done soon. So this is dark Roman era. So in the light earlier, you could see that it has like it's kind of cherry cola, my sister said. But it's actually like, um, yeah, it's like cherry cola, red in the light, but dark when it is darker out, as you can probably see. Are you an actor? What kind of auditions do you do? I do everything. I only graduated last year, but I majored in music, and I do lots of music stuff, but I also do, uh, or well, I'm starting to transition towards doing acting because that was something I focused on. It was sort of like a minor, creative writing and acting, and yeah, writing, acting, singing, playing piano. Those are my things. Um, that I want to pursue in life. Yeah, that's my life story. So, but yeah, I'm working on acting. I'm working on getting a studio in New York. Because I've been told by one of my former professors that I have the talent and the beauty and the charisma, but I need the discipline and training. Which is accurate. I have no discipline and I don't have a ton of training, especially not in TV stuff, because I want to go into like film TV. Um, and I've done a lot more stage and musical theater type things in my life. Yeah, so those are the auditions I do. I do also want to do voice acting. People on here have been telling me to do voice acting because I play this game. Yeah, yeah, people are excited. But yeah, because I play this game, Date with Death, and I do voices for all the characters, and they're really intense. But I can do lots of accents and change my voice a lot, probably because I sing. But yeah, I want to do some voice acting. Yeah, that's why I have to get headshots because I don't have headshots already. So I'm gonna get some headshots. Um, I need to make a friggin' resume. Yeah. I'm gonna get headshots, make a resume, be all that. You can technically do AI voice acting if you're short on money. I know Alinger offer those. I'm gonna look what that is. Oh, I guess it's um interesting. Is that like you would I would be my voice, but then it's like like Siri, like when you have like a Siri, I think like Siri is someone's voice that has been recorded a bunch of times and then given away. Though I don't think that's like yeah. So Leo's saying don't sell your voice to AI. Um, I do think yeah there is like that thing of like Siri's not getting paid every time you use Siri, or the woman's voice, or whoever's voice is not getting paid every time you use Siri. Because, but like in music, whenever a song is played, that artist will get paid. Um, so it is kind of interesting that, but I am worried about what people would do with my voice. But on another hand, I have been told multiple times that I should be the person reading things. I should be the AI voice. Um, But yeah, I'm not really scared of AI. I am scared of people and what they will use with AI. So, also I didn't read some of the earlier comments that yeah, Liu, this is a dark ass ginger color. It's a good brand. I don't know what went wrong. It said medium gold red. So, this is not medium gold red because I had like pieces of my hair were almost blonde and now there are not. Um But yeah, I have other jobs that I do, so I don't need to do AI voice acting. Um, I would only do it if I really wanted to or wanted something on my resume. But I don't think I would. Um, well, you just read phrases and they tell you to read them in different emotions so you can replicate it with virtual voice. That's very interesting. Yeah. I mean, it'd be cool if like all over Instagram it was my voice reading those poems. You know how like you get on Instagram and there's just a ton of poems and you hear the same voice reading them all. I would love that to be me. Um, I hope that's me. But that's just not. I don't know. I'm also worried what someone might do with that. I would have to like read the stipulations very carefully, which I don't, as everyone here knows, I can't read. Um Was it, like, too saturated in color? My hair? Like, the blonde parts? Or the you think that I put too much color on it? Um, I think it's just not the color. Cause I was looking at the color in the bottle, and it was pretty dark, and I thought maybe it wasn't that it was really dark, it was just not red. It was like gray. And so I was like, that's weird for ginger, I think. But I've never dyed my own hair using permanent stuff. I've only used like a different brand. I've never used this brand. So I think that's why it came out the way it did. Which is fine, which is fine. I'm getting used to it. Eventually it'll stop being a jump scare. It's been a day. Um I mean, the amount shouldn't matter. It's more like the dye itself. Yeah, I think the dye was just simply the wrong color. I don't think it had anything to do with saturation or how long I did it. I followed the directions. I think it was the wrong color. Yeah. Uh, which is like, a little annoying. I am, it has to have just been a dark brown red color and somehow it was messed up. Like, because genuinely, like, how? Because I had so many blonde pieces in my hair from my highlights that if it were truly just a red or a medium gold red, as it said, then it would have turned those just red. And I do kind of have highlights. You can't really see because there's no more natural lighting. But there is like some red, little bit red. Sorry, my dog's making noises. Um, but yeah. So it's fine. I'm fine with it. Um, I'm not stressed out by it at all. Everything's fine, guys. But yeah. So that's my hair. What was I talking about before? Oh, voice acting, acting stuff. Um, my day. Did I ever finish talking about my day? Oh, I was talking about I don't know anything about hair dye, but maybe too old or some sort of chemical reaction. I don't think so. This was a really good brand. It was Madison Reed, which is a really good brand. And I don't think it was too old. The packaging is gone. It's already been thrown out, but I think it was just maybe just I think simply the wrong. I think it was, like they tell you to do a strand test, and I did a strand test. I actually did, and it didn't dye the hair, really. So I was like, "Oh, I guess like nothing's happening." I was actually worried that I was going to accidentally bleach my hair, but it did the opposite. Which is probably better. So, I don't know. I think it was just weirdly the maybe if I look it up, the Madison Reed medium um golden red um images. Yeah, it looks ginger to me, but I guess I it looks I am trying to see how it would look on different hair. Um on different people it looks different. It doesn't look that dark. I'm very confused. Okay, maybe Leo, you're right. Because that's weird. I'm looking at pictures of different people and it's not like the blonde parts should not have come out brown. Like why would they default brown? They should be like very red because I had like big chunks of blonde. So those big chunks of blonde should be red, not brown. But maybe it's because my natural hair is very dark brown. Maybe it has something to do with that. I don't know. Um, but yeah, what I was saying before, oh, about improving the channel. Um, and then I got really excited because someone new, someone new popped up right as I was talking about it. Yeah, I think as I said, Starry's gonna be doing emotes for subscribers of me, and like if you have any suggestions, if anybody has any suggestions for types of emotes, I will ask Starry and let them know. Um, I don't know what their pronouns are. So yeah, if anything you wish for, if you don't want one that's not my face, speak now because that's the ones I requested. Um, and then I think I need to make a trailer for the channel. And then yeah, I guess I'm gonna stick with just chatting and then sometimes doing gaming the way we have been. Um, I still need to get a light when I go back to New York. Um, and like eventually a better camera. Um, but yes, I'm less sad about this. Yeah, about plateauing. So ask us about our days and pretend you want to hear about us. I do that every time. Orbital, what the hell? Um, I constantly am like, I didn't today, but I will admit that. I had a lot of stories to tell. None of them were the ones I thought I was gonna tell. But like I did ask, or I do usually ask, how was your day? And then nobody responds. So, Orbital, how was your day? And then see now like I have to just sit here. and hope how was your day? Oh, you didn't get fired today. That's great. That's great. I'm so proud of you. I don't know what day of the week it is because well, there's a lag. I know there's a lag, but still, usually people don't respond or it comes really late. Today is Thursday. Oh yeah, so you would work. Right, it's Thursday. Because I'm basically sort of on vacation taking care of my mom. Um, I don't know what days of the week are. There was a big layoff at your place. Damn. Did you think you were gonna get fired? Because from what I've heard, you're pretty important for now, or I think from what I've heard of your job plans. See, Leo, I'm doing so good not doxing him. I'm not telling everyone what he does for a living, or where he lives, or everything. You should all be proud. And I didn't dox anyone today. I actually didn't. Wow. Um, I do important stuff, but like so did a lot of people who got laid off. That's awful. Why did they get laid off? Was it just is your company downsizing? Um, because I mean, I guess I don't know like that. Like I know the outline of what you do. Um, company performance is still kind of bad. Oh, so you're just doing your job well, or just your company sucks? Maybe start looking for other jobs, just in case. Just in case. Not that I think you're gonna get laid off, but if the company performance is bad, then I don't know if you want to work there. Also, I think you talked about wanting to work in a different thing, but it is kind of like the worst. The job market is awful right now. Leo, you're a sweetheart. LOL, I'm okay. Even if I get laid off, I'd have a job in a couple of weeks. Oh, damn, the confidence. You are unlike most of America. Um, Leo, stay far from the real world. It's rough. Yeah, I agree. Leo, stay young, youthful, happy. Um, don't ever enter the job market. Stay stay where you are. Not that I'm really doing the job market thing. It's kind of I'm streaming on Twitch right now, let's be real. Um, the money is pretty sweet. Yeah, for your job. Um, I already had a job once and it was shitty. What job did you have, Leo? That's wild. I think when I was your age, Leo, I'd had 5 jobs when I was your age. 6 jobs. I'd already had 6 jobs when I was your age. But it was always like a funny thing between me and my friends that I like constantly am employed. And I like took a tiny break when I entered college. Um to stop working. But I started working when I was 15. Um yeah, but it's always been a thing that like Roman's always employed. Um but it's also a thing that I'm always employed with 8 million jobs because I always have a ton of jobs. Um, Worked in a restaurant as a cashier. They said after 1 week, you learn super fast and already know more than people who that have worked here for years, but you don't smile, so we could fire you. Well, that's wild. I hate working in restaurants. I am like out of food service forever, is what I have decided. That's wild. You don't smile. So, like, did you just start smiling or something? Um, and then they were were fine with it? That's like wild. Uh, See, if you were, I don't know, I guess maybe I don't know if it's friendly where you are in Chile, but like in New York, nobody's freaking smiling at the cash register. I mean, sometimes they do, but a lot of times everybody hates everybody, in the best way. So it's like you'd be perfect in New York is what I'm saying. Come to New York. Move, move, move countries. Actually, probably not the best time for that. Maybe not. We've kind of fucked over Chile. America has not done nice things to Chile. Anyways, um, but yeah, damn. I tried, but they still had an issue with it. Thankfully, I was working there because my father also worked there, so it was pretty easy to just quit. Okay, that's nice at least. Yeah. That you could get out of there. Um, because like, wow, that's insane. Yeah. I think I've worked in two different restaurants. And I think because it's more like a half fancy restaurant, so they're more strict about that. Yeah, I definitely the fancier the restaurant, the stricter the rules. Um, I worked in the first restaurant I worked in was like somewhat fancy, but like fancy for like very much middle class American fancy. The second one was a little more fancy. Um, but still not super fancy. But they were stricter in the second one. But in both restaurants, and I first started working in my first restaurant was when I was 16. The second one was when I was 18, because the first one closed down, because of COVID. And I basically at both restaurants just so many rom I don't think I guess you can just call them sexual advances, um, or weird comments that made me very uncomfortable. And at a certain point, I just decided to like not. I just decided I was done. I didn't want to hear the comment that sent me over the edge. The last was just some like really plastered old guy. Not that like old in my mind. Old to me is like 50. Um, he's probably like 50 years old. And he walked up to me at the very end of the night, and I think I had had like a very hard shift dealing with awful people. Um, and he walked up to me, and I don't actually think 50 is old. I'm sorry. But sorry. I just say old the same way that I say that I'm old also. So, I apologize. Um But, like, he walked up to me on his way to the bathroom, and he was so drunk, and he was like, "You have been," I don't remember if it was a joy or a pleasure. He was like, I think it was, "You have been a pleasure to look at all night." And I he, like and I was just, like, looking at him, standing there, and I'm looking at him, and I think I probably quit when I was 20, and I was just standing there, and I was like, "Wow." It wasn't, like, the worst thing I'd heard, not even the worst thing anyone had done to me in a restaurant. Um, I it was just, like, the last straw, and so after that, I stopped working in restaurants completely. I was so, um, just tired. I had at that point, I'd been working in restaurants for 4 years, and, like, when I was, like, starting from 16 and I remember one of my first shifts, I was a hostess, and I my first shifts, an Uber driver came to pick up food, and so I dealt with all of that stuff. And he was like, "Hey, could I have your number or something?" Or like, "You're really pretty. Could I have your number?" And this was an adult man, and I was like, "I'm 16." And he very this is actually I later I learned this to be a positive interaction because at the time I was like, "Oh, creepy." But that was pretty positive because he went, "Oh, my bad," and then left. And then as time went on, I met people that were not deterred by the "I'm 16," or like once I got past 18, there was no longer like that "I'm a minor" thing. Yeah, so it was just like a thing. It's 'cause you're tall. No, yes, I have always been tall. Um, I also both places I had to actually, the first place I had to wear dresses. They specifically my manager, kind of creep, specifically said I had to wear dresses. And he was like, one time we were hiring other, like, hosts and hostess, and so my best friend at the time was a guy, and he wanted a job, so I, like, recommended him, and then, like, he, like, did the interview and left really fast, and I was confused why he left so fast. And my manager came over to me and was like, "Yeah, we're not looking for we don't need like a um I'm forgetting the word. Um Someone that cleans tables. We don't need that." But and I was like, "Oh, but no, I thought he was here for the we need hosts, we need hostess." And he was like, "Yeah, but we want someone super nice, like, pleasant to be the face when someone walks in. We want them to be greeted with, like, a very nice thing." And I was like, "What?" And he was like, just like a nice young woman like you and the other girls. All of the hostesses at that restaurant were girls. Um, I think at the other restaurant, everyone was a girl too. But at least I could wear pants. But the other restaurant was you had to wear all black. But I still wore dresses because I had more dresses. Um, yeah. So I think it was I was tall. It was a combination of I was tall. I've always looked older than my age until now. Um, until recently. As of the last couple years, I've been getting lowballed with my age. I don't know if people are being nice, but, like, growing up, um, I like when I was 14 and my sister was 18, people thought we were twins, or like the same age, basically, just in general. Um, just drove her crazy, and I thought it was really cool as a 14-year-old, but then I was like, not. But I also started to um wear makeup really young. And so I think it was tall. I generally looked older for my age and then wore a good amount of makeup. And so I think that all had lots to do with me, you know, well, no, I think people just hit on me in general. I think the hitting, I don't know. That had to do with people mistaking my age, but some people did mistake my age, they just didn't care. So don't work in the restaurant industry. Um, Even if you're, I know that you're not a girl, but you just avoid the restaurant industry is what I would say. Okay, I'm gonna go back to reading comments. Um, Please, people, be normal to worker, please, or just people in general. Yes, agreed. I still get weird comments at my other workplaces, not at the dog place, because I just hang out with dogs. I'm my boss. Um, well, except for from people that are just like walking past, saying weird things, or just around in life. It's fine. Um, Orbital, not you saying. Okay, Orbital accidentally was like, "If you are Asian, this could work for you," to Leo, and Leo was like, "I am Asian." Well, that's hilarious. Great interaction, 10 out of 10. Orbital Hybrid said, "Roman, you are old souled." Yeah, I've been saying since I was a little kid that I'm basically an old man in a woman's body, in a, which is crazy. I'm just a grumpy old man. I've always been wanting to yell at people to get off my lawn. Um, oh, yippee, people being decent. I'm sobbing. Oh, Slim is here tonight. Nice haircut. I did not get a haircut. The whole point is that I dyed my hair myself, bro. I dyed my hair myself and I dyed it wrong. It's the wrong color. Um, my hair is very dark now. But everyone thinks every time I wash my hair, lately every time I wash my hair, people think that I've gotten a haircut, and I have not. Um, so, um, just finished movie night. What movie did you watch? I like the Orbital and Big are friends. I like that nickname better. Big and Orbital besties. Just two best bros. Uh, I was gonna make a joke from a long time ago. The worst job I ever worked was in a bakery simply because I had to deal with people. Yep. Yeah, people suck. Hate them. Um, it looks good. Thank you. I very much did not like it when I came downstairs yesterday, but my family was like, "We like this more." And I was like, "Oh, interesting." Um, Leo, it does look different, I guess, because there's more contrast. Yeah, I think it I mean obviously we're in a different light now. Liu has been here the whole time and Orbital, I guess. So you two have seen it as the lights was out there as the sun went down. I think it looks better with like natural lighting on it. But yeah, now it's very dark. And I guess my thing with it being very dark is just that I am I don't know if you guys have noticed this, but I'm really fucking pale. And like having really dark hair and really pale skin, I guess. Very vampire vibes. Which I did used to get called. And I didn't love. But now I'm okay with it. I already got called the vegetarian vampire because I was drinking like vegan iron and I kept saying it was vegan blood. So did you give me 1 cent? This is for the puppy. Treat him nice. Is that 1 cent? I don't know how these like I think or $1. Thank you for the dollar. Um oh yeah. Oh wait, Big, you missed my dog. Maggie. I don't know if she'll come back. It's either 1 cent. Yeah, it's 1 cent. Ah, thanks for 1 cent. Well, you know what? Now I don't feel like bringing my dog over, but I will. I mean, you already see pictures of my dog. Um, Maggie Pie. I don't have her toys anymore. She took them away. I'm guessing the whistling is probably awful for you guys to hear. Magpie. She probably does not want to come in here because last time she came in here, I picked her up and put her on my lap. Maggie, come here. Come here, baby. Come here. Come on up. Come up. I'm gonna do it again. I'm so sorry, baby. I love you. Okay, you're not in a good position for this. Whoa. Okay. Can you sit normally? Whoa. Okay, this is how we're sitting. This is how we're sitting now. She's wagging her tail. So, you're such a good girl. You're such a good girl. This is Magpie. Oh my god, Big has a domino ads. That's so funny. Only he can't see it because everybody else is subscribed. That's what happens when you don't subscribe. Oh, we don't even know how long she'll stay here. Usually she doesn't like to stay in weird positions for a while. I do this a lot where she'll be like sleeping in my bed and I will flip her over into my lap like this. But sometimes she likes it and sometimes she doesn't. Um, right now she seems quite content, which is kind of odd. She was very content. Oh, thank you for this Prime subscription, Big. Woo! Now you get to see my dog. What everyone's really here for. Mwah. The Prime sub didn't get rid of the ads. Well, that's maybe it takes a second to kick in. I will try to keep her happy until you can see her. Okay. Yeah, my good girl. That's my good girl. She's getting a little antsy. Um, yeah, I would reload. Oh, yay! Now you can see her. Good. Yay! 3 out of 10 new subs. I don't. Who's the other two? Um, yeah. She may look very uncomfortable, but she's very happily sitting here. The wife loves her. Tell your wife I love her also. Um, and that she should get Twitch and have a separate account to hang out with to watch me on. I can't see. I'm not gonna say your name because I've done so well at not doxing anyone. This. Oh, my heart broke. Too much love. Oh, send your wife so much love. I love her. Such a sweetheart. Um. Yeah. Yeah. I like that this stream has lots of Maggie because we can't get dog streams. No dog streams in New York because unless I were to do like streams while I'm walking the dogs, which would be chaotic and difficult. And also I don't know about like putting other people's dogs on camera. I don't think there's any rules against that, but I would feel bad about it. I'm a good girl. But yes, thank you for the prime. Um yeah, I had been talking about, I don't remember what I was talking about most recently, but a while ago I was talking about how I was gonna improve the channel. And yeah, maybe we'll get a Maggie emote. Um, and yeah, maybe we'll get a Maggie emote. Um, and you guys can put the wife wants a big and wants a dog. I know your wife wants a dog, and I think you and your wife should get a dog. Um, I'm pro that. I almost said where you live. I will come over if you have a dog. Yeah, good girl. But this is so funny, you guys. Bro, you just doxed yourself. Don't tell people where you live. Um, it's on the screen too. Um, also I can't believe you only gave me 1 cent to see her. But thank you for the subscription. I didn't almost resetted the dox counter. Liu, I wasn't the one that doxed them. I didn't we have constitutional concealed carry. Try me. Okay. Okay. My doggy. Um, but yeah, I was talking about the ways I can improve the channel. Um, what is that? Yeah, something went flying over there. Um, so yeah, new emotes for subscribers. I need to get a I need to make a trailer for the channel. Is there anything else that you guys want? Um, I'm gonna keep playing the games I've been playing, but like look for more similar like games where I can do like voice acting-ish stuff, and then have more of a specific oh, she heard my dad's voice. Baby. She's hearing things and now she doesn't like not being included in everything. Um, but I'm trying to keep her up with just like my legs. She's 52 pounds. Um, it's the perfect weight, baby. I will not fat shame you. Um, because you're adorable. Though I kind of want I always want to feed her more. Because I think she's too skinny, but she's the perfect weight, that says. What? What are you doing? What do you want to get down? Okay, you have to. Can I just help you out there a bit? Okay, let me just flip you a bit so that you have space to get down if you desire. Is that what you want? And she backs out. Okay, bye. I love you too. Um, anyways. Well, no more dog, yeah. Anyways, oh god, I need to stop saying anyways. We are 20 minutes past what I was planning to because I got so distracted. But also yeah, shout out my tattoo. Um but yeah, you got dog, lots of dog. Now it's on camera. Well, you can't fully see my tattoo. I see now. But yeah. What's up, baby? She just peeked her head back in. My cute pie. I love you. Good girl. Um I'll be here. I'll be in the West until maybe this weekend I'll do a stream and then maybe you guys can see dog again. I don't know if I can do Date with Death here because I don't have my mic and I don't think you guys will be able to hear. I don't know if you guys need to hear Date with Death. It's just like I know you guys like the music. Um so I can try and figure that out. But yeah. That's pretty much the plan. Nobody has added any suggestions for the channel. So I'm gonna go ahead with my plan. Um yeah. Are you on your phone or on your computer right now? This is a computer. I know that the quality is terrible. It looked better when the light was better. Um, but I have my phone doing like Stream Manager. Um, yeah, I guess I need like some external camera. Um, that might work better if that's what you're implying, which I assume it is. I love the lag. Right now I'm just writing down channel improvements. LOL, I'm looking forward to when you stream at a con. Um, I would have to figure out how to stream on my phone first. Um, I don't know what con is next. I don't really know if I have the budget for cons right now. I just bought my ticket for a concert that I invited you to, Orbital. Um, so you should go, that I'm going to with Cloud. Um, so you should go to that. But I think yeah, I don't know what con is next. If you buy me tickets, I'll be there. I'll fly anywhere for any con. As long as it's not too expensive. And yeah, because my work is whatever. It's always crazy. Okay. So basically the general consensus is no one has any opinions other than camera bad. That's what I'll write down. Okay. Then I am going to go because assuming the rest of my family is waiting for me currently. Because oh, my bad. I don't know anything about streaming. I'm just happy to hear you yap. And Liu, I love you for that. I love you so much. Enjoy the rest of your day, Roman. Thank you. Enjoy your night because I think it's like late there. I don't know. Time is hard. But yeah. Liu is always showing up. 10 to 10 here. Damn. Much appreciated. Do you do this with the other hand? I don't know if it matters. Either way. Oh, wait, I should do like an outro. This is Roman Grace. Thank you for being in the I don't know. Well, I don't know what they say when they tell you to like stop being the soldier. So thank you for your loyalty to the not cult of Roman's empire. Uh good night. End stream, end stream, end stream, end stream.